love for you. Although you've done a whole bunch of evil things.
Do you believe that, Melody?
No, I definitely don't. When you're sad, I do feel for you. I once had love for you. Although you've done a whole bunch of evil things, you have a dark soul. But I still don't hate you. You like, you're my enemy.
Why do you think she has a dark soul?
She's very pretty on the outside. She is the true definition of the devil, and she's quoted.
Damn, Tisha.
Well, then, if that's the case, you should every day that the dark soul was removed out of your life. Be grateful.
I'm thanking God for a lot of things, but I ain't one of it.
Do you believe that, Melody?
No, I definitely.
No. No more conversation. I'm so happy you two have moved on from each other.
Yes, God.
And,
You wasn't at house.
hold on.
Oh, yes, it was. Oh, yes, it was. That's why I beat your ass that time.
No.
It was, that's why I beat your ass that time.
All right, so we'll be right back with more Love and Marriage Huntsville when we return.
What you're not gonna do is continue to play in my face.
Well, no one's playing in your face. I don't
You
even talk
are.
to you, sweetie.
Well, you're talking to me now.
I don't talk.
Hey guys, peace and blessings. Welcome to my life, Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. How are you guys doing on this blessed Sunday? I usually don't come on and do a review of Love and Marriage in Huntsville on this Sunday, but I just had to come on. So I hope you guys went ahead and paid attention to this little small intro that I went ahead and I played because I want to know, how can you become an enemy and call someone a devil in sheep clothing? And now you guys are BFF. Make it make sense. So we're going to go ahead and talk about all this stuff right here because to me, it does not make no sense. It does not make no sense. So like I said, if you are in your feelings, get out your feelings. Like I say, when it comes to this platform is not for everyone. It's for grown folks. Okay. If you can't stand the heat, you get out of the kitchen. So let me go ahead and welcome my people is in the house. Yes, indeed. Who do we got? T. Jones. T. Jones was in the house and she said that I had to turn my notification on for this. I am pissed. They messed over Martell, Tisha. No damn well. Okay, let me see. That man wasn't the one reaching out to those bloggers. I'm confused. Let me read it again. T. Jones says, I had to turn my notification on for this. I'm pissed. They messed over Martell. Tisha, know damn well. What she's saying is Tisha, she know good and well that man wasn't the one reaching out to those bloggers. I want to know because we already know if Martell was out there reaching out to bloggers, trust me, we would have known. But we got all types of texts and messages and Melody jumping from channel to channel, even Cash Apping them, and all the stuff that they were saying Melody and her mom was feeding those bloggers. So we got to make it make sense. Like I said, one thing about receipts, especially when it's stamped with your name or people that's affiliated with you, it's not going nowhere. So I see where I have 22 people that is in the house and only 8 people hit like. Well, we're going to sit there and say 8 is a new beginning. That's a good number, okay? Yes, indeed. Ain't nobody mad but the devil. So let's go ahead and welcome my people in the house. Yes, indeed. You are absolutely right, T. Jones. You're right. It makes no sense at all. Also, Temper LeBlue says, Green Prophetess, Lady D, and the wonderful truth tellers. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming in. Thank you very much. Also, Checking Your Boo says, my mod, Checking Your Boo says, what's up, chat and unapologetic real talk. Temper LeBlue, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you, unapologetic. Yes, indeed. Also, she says, please share this live. Come on, guys. It won't hurt you to share this live. If you feel like you are getting information in here, like I say, this right here is unfiltered, uncut. I very seldomly very seldomly will edit these lives. I'm not going to tell you no lie. I very seldomly edit these lives. When I come in here, trust me, I am raw. I am in my authentic self. Okay. My girl is in the house, country girl. She says, good evening, unapologetic, real talk and truth tellers. That's what we are in here. We are truth tellers. My truth may not be your truth, but somewhere lies the truth. Okay. Also, checking your boo say, well, Tisha can't say, let me make sure I put my glasses on because I'm not caring up today, guys. So Tisha says, well, checking your boo says, well, Tisha can't say Mel has a dark soul without including herself based on her cesspool scandalous misbehaving on Carlos show and on reunion part 1. The pot can't call the kettle black. Come on, girl, you better say that again. Like I said, honey, I'm a fan to this show. I am a fan to this show, and that's real talk. And also, Miss Sparkle's in the house. She says, hello, Lady D and chat. And we'll make sure we get the right Sparkle, okay? Miss Sparkle is in the house. Also, my girl checking your boo. Yes, indeed. Come on, guys. Come on. She said hypocrisy. That's exactly what it is. Hypocrisy at its best. Also, Miss Sparkle said it was a Martell hang up. They tried, man. They tried to hang him. One thing, like I said there and said, I think I had made a video. I think it was like a couple of months ago when I sat there and say, man, they are using this man as a sacrificial lamb. What else can you throw at this man? Every time when you throw something at this man continues sitting there taking whatever you throw out at him. He's building, making stepping stones. And like I said, ain't nobody mad but the devil. And that's real talk, okay? Because in here, we're going to stand on our truth, okay? Also, call us Marcel and Tisha are trash, okay? And also, we wanted to talk about the lineup, the way that they are lined up. We got Melody, Marcel, and Melody on one time. Let me make sure I say it again. Tisha, Marcel, and Melody, they sitting on the side of each other. Then on the other side, they got Kimmy, Maurice, and Martell. Make it make sense. Like I said there and say, that's why I stand alone. My God, that's why I stand alone. These people would throw their own mama under the bus, and we saw that happen. They didn't even want to go ahead and take up for Miss Wanda. Yes, I said it. Miss Wanda should have been on that show. You know good show. You know good and well Miss Wanda had got a bad deal, but shoot, all the stuff that Miss Wanda went and did, and stuck her neck out for her own daughter, and for her daughter to sit there and now wants to go ahead and be embedded with the enemy. Oh, we gonna make it make sense. We gonna break it down where even a child can understand. Also, Miss Walker says, I'm so disgusted at how they did Martell. It was horrible. That's why I came. I don't do my reviews on those Sundays. Which each and every day is the Lord's day, not just no Sunday. And if truth be told, it's really not a Sunday. But we're going to stick a pin in that right there because we're going to talk about this review right here. And also, Checky Boo says Tisha is no better than Mel. She is doing the same darkness. She is even lying and scandering. That's sad. Tisha, blink twice if you need our help. Dang, I already saw that Miss Wanda is coming back. Blank twice if you need our help. If this is the way that you're going to have a dream home out there in nowhere, you better make sure that you have your peace out there. Because if I got to do all this just to build a dream home, trust me, I don't want anything that's on foul grounds, on bad foundation, because there's a leak somewhere going to be in that crack. Some of you guys might catch that by tomorrow. My girl said, country girl says, it didn't make sense to me either because she just went and watched it this morning. Absolutely. Checking your boo say Tisha is feeling herself and it's not a good look. Her line says pool misbehavior. And also we want to talk about, I don't know if I'm going to show you the clip. I was sit there. I say, Dad, what's going on? Is this salt and pepper? Both wearing a bob. You see, Mel got the blonde bob on and Tisha got the black bob on, which, they did look good. I'm not going to tell you no lie. But still of all, now you guys wants to be BFF, sister wives. What's the hell going on? Like they said, if you can't beat them, just go ahead and join them. And I'm here to tell you guys, like I said there and say, this channel is not for everybody. This channel is for people that's sick and tired of being sick and tired. These people bamboozling and hoodwinking and doing all this crap to us. Hey, this channel ain't for everybody because I ain't going to spin it the way that you think that I'm going to go ahead and spin it. I'm confused anyway because I want to know how the heck that now when it comes to these countdowns, this right here is the reunion of season 9. They skipped 7. So I'm thinking that the reunion gonna be season 9. Season 8. 9 is season 9. I don't know how they skipping these numbers and doing these reunions. Wow, this is messed up. Hey, Miss Dugan. Yes, Miss Dugan. Haven't seen her in a long time. She says, hey, you all. Also, Checky Boo said that Bob did not look good on Mel, nor Tisha. It looked like a mop on Mel's head, and it made Tisha's face look wider. Be happy, be nappy, man. Let's start rocking our natural hair. But the thing about it is that they look like they're trying to be sister wives. Shoot. Rumors say that, according to Carlos King, when it comes to Marcel and Melody, they have good chemistry. And we already know that when it comes to Mel went to the end of the earth, the pit of hell, to try to find out if Marcel was cheating. Now I'm starting to think you was trying to find out if Marcel was cheating for Tisha or over you. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Hey, T. Jones, she says, as long as she's here, she's over here. My God. Tanya, good afternoon, Lady D in chat. I was just thinking, I haven't seen your live in a minute. I don't know if they sitting there sending out notifications. Sometimes I think they got me way in the boondock. They hate to hear the truth. But that's all right. That's all right. Mo said, yes, I love Kimmy. Gave to Mel. Absolutely. She read her to the filth. Read her to the filth. Like I said, y'all thinking Kimmy is quiet and, Kimmy, just sitting there on a log. No, those are the ones that you got to watch. Those are the ones that you got to watch. And when it comes to Tisha, you got to sleep with one eye open with her. Because you never know when that battery started being energized. Because Martell, man, not Martell, but Marcia is pulling them strings. My God. Girl, you mean the D is that good? Ain't no D that good for me to sit there and lose my soul over. Dag, Tisha, come on, girl. And like I say, this is real talk, unapologetic and non-biased. Did you notice how Marcel was defending Mel? Absolutely. He's sitting right down the side of her, bringing up receipts. And we're going to talk about all that. That was even none of your business. That was not even your business. And one thing about Mel does not need your help. Because we already saw how she played on your tail. My God, did you notice how Marcel was defending Mel? Now when has he defended Tisha without much passion or innocence? Never defended Tisha. But when he's in front of Melody, you see the top and the bottom of his dentures. I didn't know the man had even a top teeth in his mouth. Because he never smiles in front of Tisha. All you see is that one eyebrow up and looking serious, look like a business partner. Now, all of a sudden, he's sitting on the side of Melody. You starting to see the upper part of his dentures. Make it make sense. Negro, set your tail down. My God. To the fifth, I'm so happy I found this channel. Oh, thank you very much. Mostly, I'm so happy I found this channel. Thank you. Like I say, in here, we are critical thinkers. And it may be a day that you might not like it because I'm going to stand on my truth and I'm going to call it like it is. Amen. Tanya say Martell does not do well when cornered, and it made him seem like he's lying when he said he really was just frustrated. That's why I said there and say when it comes to Martell, come on, sit on my platform. Give me a call. Let me go ahead and mentor you. Because I would have gave you a nice package, a very nice package, just like the package you got going to court. I would have gave you a nice package. When Melody starts sitting there and all I'm talking about that RP, knowing good and well that was no RP, Melody knew it was no RP. I would have said, okay, We talking about the RPs, then let's go ahead and talk about how she had a torch and some lighter fluid and wanted to set me on fire. What's worse, the RP pictures or this woman playing with fire? That's what I would have pulled up. Pull a clip on that. Let's show the receipts on that. We already know when it comes to those RP receipts or whatever Melody claimed it was 2 years. So why not Martell go into the archives and pull out the receipt when she was trying to set this man on fire? Over $17,000. That's what I would have went ahead and did. That's exactly what I would have went ahead and did. My God, my God. So guys, look, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to read some more of your comments, but we're going to go ahead and get into this show because we are 20 minutes ahead. Okay. So let me go ahead and do my copyright disclaimer. And then we're going to get the ball rolling because we're going to comb through this, honey, like good food, honey. Good food. And I had some good food today. Yes, indeed. I posted one of my friend's daughter went ahead and made me a king cake, but she made it with crawfish and crab meat because we're down here from the South, you know. But even though I didn't supposed to eat this type of food, you know, I go weigh in tomorrow, but I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and do something to get it out. So guys, come on. I have 36 people in the house. Come on, and only 15 likes. You ought to be shamed. You ought to be shamed. You ought to be shamed because nowhere in the world I will be somewhere where I know good and well that I don't want to be. Ain't nobody forced you to be here. So let's go ahead and read the copyright disclaimer. Is under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is used permitted by a copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. And like I said, guys, in here is for entertainment purpose only. I do not know these people from a can of paint. Okay. Some of these people will see you on a sidewalk on fire. And we know Melody, she loved to play with fire. Will set your tail on fire, see you on fire, and wouldn't even pee on your tail to go ahead and put it out. And that's real talk. So like I said there and say, don't get mad with the messenger, okay? And that's real talk. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to comb through all this right here because like I said, you know, Melody always wanted to go ahead and play the victim. Always wanted to play the victim. Make it make sense. And she know that she could overpower Martell, okay? She know that, especially when it comes to the communication part, you know, articulating herself, which, like I said, she got that deep Southern voice herself. Sounds like she's talking through her nose. So she's no better, okay? So let's go ahead and let me see where I'm at so we can go ahead and comb through all this right here. And I also wanted to, on that intro, I hope you guys caught it. I'm going to go ahead and play it again, where Melody was at the reunion, not this reunion right here, when she stood on the stage and told Martell, that's why I beat your, you know what, you know, and she said the, you know, the curse word, you know, I'm talking about Saint Melody, you know. Now she sat there and she admitted that she violated this man with DV, but yet when this man sent a still picture to her, telling her to leave me to, you know what, alone, everybody said they think the whole world is coming to the end. What's the difference? When she's threatened to the entire world that she beated his tail at that house, which we know so well. Let's see if we can play that right quick so I can go ahead and close some of these thumbnails. I'm not thumbnails, these clips. Let me see where I'm at. She's talking about she beats his tail. Let me see what is this one right here? Not this one. I just played that one. I want to play that. Play that.
And I can't help but to give God glory. When
One thing I know for sure, you can fool people, you can fool the world, but you can't fool God. And karma is the one that's going to be knocking on your doorstep, haunting you.
Stop being the victim all the time.
Oh,
it gets on my nerves.
So I said I'm playing the victim.
I wish one day people will see the person that you really are. You throw all the damn stones and hide your hands and be the victim.
I'm tired of hearing you saying that. Know that. I'm tired of hearing you
it was being talked about all about Tisha and Marcel.
But one thing I know for sure.
Okay, Tisha. Oh, yo, I'm owning it. Because I can own it. Where's your proof? I don't lie. Where's your proof? Wait, I don't care. And that's okay. And that's okay, girl. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube.
I wanted you guys to hear that part. Hold on, let me put my I wanted you guys to hear that part. Now Tisha screaming out of her mouth, screaming, where did you get all this information? Where did you get all this information? And what did Mel say? Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Now you want to accuse Martell of going to YouTube, and Melody made your life a living hell. Now I'm going somewhere with this, guys. Melody made your life a living hell and told you that she got all of her information off of YouTube. Now y'all just heard that. I'm bringing it home. I promise you I'm bringing it home, because these people think that they're going to play with us with these old stupid fake storylines. And we're not going to call them to the carpet. Now, we're going to show at this reunion when Tisha stood there and told Martell that he's the fault of all the stuff that it happened in pretty much in her life. Now, we hearing right now where Tisha is telling Melody to prove, where did you get this information from? And let's hear again what Melody said. Because we going somewhere in here.
But one thing I know for sure.
Okay, Tisha. Oh, yo, I'm owning it. Because I can own it. Where's your proof? I don't lie. Where's your proof? Wait, I don't care. And that's okay. And that's okay, girl. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube.
So need I say any more? Need I say any more? So let's go into the reunion. Let's go ahead and do a recap into the reunion, because I don't need to say any more about that. Now we know Tisha stood up there and asked Melody, where did you get that information? Melody said YouTube, but yet last night we saw Marcel, Tisha, and Melody sitting side by side, looking like sister wives, okay? Looking like sister wives. So let's go ahead and play this right here, okay? And also, guys, if you feel led, go ahead and cash out Real Talk 985. You're not obligated, but it sure is appreciated, okay? So all this right here is for entertainment purpose only, okay? And I already went ahead and read my copyright disclaimer. So let's go ahead and play this right here. And I'm going to be pausing it.
Oh, I guess it's showtime, huh?
I had to play that part right there where Melody say she the only one sat there and say, oh, I guess this showtime. Because she the only glory hog that's there. She the only glory hog that's there. See, she likes that. That's why I know Melody didn't quit. Melody didn't quit. Most likely they gave her ultimatum. Either you're going to film with everybody, and you know she got so much pride that she wants to try to save face to her overzealous fans, because she allowed them to take her husband. Now she allowed them to take her show, which it wasn't her show anyway. But this showtime, she likes that. But like I said, much is given, much is required. And that's real talk. And also, I had to put this on right here when it comes to Martell. Martell, I know you are listening. I most definitely know you are listening. Stop wearing those tight suits, please. Please stop wearing those tight suits. At least have some room in those suits. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Those tight suits. This man could not even sit down with those tight suits. I mean, I bet you just burning up his balls. Make it make sense. These suits are entirely too tight. But let's go ahead and get into all that right there. Look at that. And That is entirely too tight.
But let's take a look back at Marcel and Martell's business evolution.
Everybody make some noise for Martell and Melody Hope.
Who built Holt and Hope?
We did.
I wanted to talk to you about moving forward with me and my real estate license.
We're not coming off the deal. We made a deal. Play your role, baby.
Ooh. I know.
Let me tell you something, fool. This girl goes to
And
her
look, let's go.
commercial
Now,
broker.
I played this about 2-3 times. It sounds like Martell, not Martell. It sounds like Marcel called Tisha a fool and say, this girl. Let me play this again because I wanted you guys to let me know if I heard it right. But it sounds like he said this fool and this girl went to a broker. I know he's talking to Tisha. You can't tell me that. He's talking about Tisha. Let's play that again. And the part when he said play your role, that was disrespectful anyway. But let's play this part. Tell me if I heard this right.
Let me tell you something, fool. This girl goes to her commercial broker. She says, oh yeah, my husband's a GC. I'm about to build.
Ain't that something saying this girl, talking about his wife? I promise you, he wouldn't talk about Melody like that. Wouldn't Dell talk about Melody like that? Well, let's go ahead and talk about this right here. And I was shocked when Carlos King had called Tisha and Marcel a power couple. Because we already know when it came to Melody and Martell, they were power couples in Huntsville. And I've been telling you guys from day one, even when Maurice had talked about it to Martell when he said, you know, I think that the reason why there's some kind of resentment is because, you know, now that Tisha and Marcel now, you know, they have scoped, you know, which, you know, like I said, anybody would have some type of resentment, especially when they still have the same, you know, name that they both built when it says Holt and Scott's, you know, and it's Scott. So, you know, knowing that it's going to be passed down to the Scott's family. So, you know, I could see some type of resentment, but just to see how when it came to Melody and Martell, how they went ahead and pretty much dropped the ball, and Tisha and Marcel is the one that's picking it up. Okay, so I could see a little resentment on there, and I'm not going to play the part where when Carlos King had asked Martell about it, and you know he just was all over the place. You know, he's just fidgeting all over the place. I would just came out and say I don't give a you know what, but you know he was just trying to go ahead and explain himself. And it just, you know, to me, it just didn't make no sense, okay?
For Martell and Melody Hope.
Who built Holt and Hope?
We did. I wanted to talk to you about moving forward with me and my real estate license.
We're not coming off the deal. We made a deal. Play your role, baby.
Ooh. I know.
Let me tell you something, fool. This girl goes to her commercial broker. She says, oh yeah, my husband's a GC. I'm about to build a $6+ million hotel. To go above and beyond. We're trying to elevate in everything we do. When people see Scope, they say, wow.
I personally think that you and Marcel have had issues ever since Scope broke up.
And I really
I guess
think
it's
so too.
showtime, huh?
I really think so too. So I don't want to go way back, but I really think so too. I think that that's how it really started. Okay. All the confusion and stuff like that when Marcel, you know, and Tisha, they had took scopes and said, you know, it was in the red, and now it's doing good. I see Checky Boo says that Martell wanted Marcel to win because he was down on his luck. So Mel and Martell sold scope to them for pennies. There are many episodes where Martell showed no envy. Martell is not jealous. It you know, it is a lot of layers to all that right there. But let's go ahead and continue.
My real estate license.
We're not coming off the deal. We made a deal. Play your role, baby.
Ooh. I know.
Let me tell you something, fool. This girl goes to her commercial broker. She says, oh yeah, my husband's a GC. I'm about to build a $6+ million hotel. To go above and beyond. We're trying to elevate in everything we do. When people see Scope, they say, wow.
I personally think that you and Marcel have had issues ever since Scope broke up.
So I guess it's
let me go ahead and
huh?
get out of this right here. Sorry about that. Let me get out of this right here. And I'm going to go ahead and change into another one, okay?
I'll be known by the name of Melody Cherie Rogers.
So let's go and talk about this right here. I wanted to talk about this. This was another lie. When Melody, did this ceremony of, changing her name back to Rogers, that was a lie. I told you guys from day one. And like I said, all this right here is alleged for entertainment purpose only. I told you this right here was nothing but a lie. When Melody had celebrated her name change, who does that? Make it make sense. And the reason why I really didn't believe it, because by the court documents, when I saw the court documents, I went ahead and said, why would the court would put Melody Holt and not Melody Cherie Rogers? Every time when you see that these people go and play with the court system, what you always see Melody Holt. So right there, until the court acknowledged her as Melody Cherie Rogers, then she's going to be a Holt. That's just was something that she just pulled out of nowhere. That part right there, to me, it should have just stayed on the cutting room floor. I think it should have just stayed on the cutting room floor. It didn't make no sense. But she just don't have a storyline. So let's go ahead and continue.
To buy you out of the company.
I'm lending my hand to you.
Who gave who the most? Did I give you the most, or did you give me the?
You haven't given me.
Martell once considered himself on top of the world. And since he failed, in his eyes, he looks up at me and wants to bring me down.
I'm getting arrested.
And you see, that's the part that I didn't understand. And that's why, sometimes you want to help your people, but our people forget where they came from. I truly believe when it came to Martell, I truly believe that Martell was the one that opened the door for the Scotts, especially when it comes to Marcel, when it comes to business. I think it was Martell. But people forget when they don't feel that they don't rose above you, they forget, they forget the hand that helped them get up there. They always forget, but God always have a way to bring you back to memories. And I truly believe when it comes to Marcel know good and well that Martell was the one that got him into that business. And if he didn't got him in that business, he helped him to grow. Because they was already doing that, whether Martell had license or not. He most likely helped him with the connections, because we already know we never would have even heard of anyone if it wasn't for Martell to open up the door when it comes to this show. It was Martell the one that wanted his friends to succeed. It was Martell the one that opened the door, but that's all right, because just like I said before on several of my videos, what did I say? I say God has a door for Martell where no man can close, and a door that closed that no man can open was for Martell, is for Martell, and no devil in hell can prevail against it. Because people forget. People forget where they come from. Checking Boo says Martell did open the door for the Scotts. Absolutely. I believe Marcel is a backstabber, and Tisha is going along with Marcel to get along. Absolutely. That's why I sat there and say, Tisha, if you need our help, just go ahead and blink twice. Because this right here, it does not make no sense. I think that, just like I said, because when I said you could take it to the bank, I really think that when it comes to Marcel and Melody, I think the two of them got together and say, look, we need to go ahead and form an alliance. Okay, I got Tisha. I know Tisha gonna be on board. For a minute, they had Kimmy and Maurice until Melody went ahead and pulled that stunt. And we're gonna talk about that. But the part that I don't understand is what I'm about to get to, okay? Just hold up. I'm gonna get there.
At me and wants to bring me down.
I'm getting arrested for a text message I sent Melody over a year ago.
He had sent me a screenshot of a video that he and I had made, a private video we made, and pretty much threatened to post it.
So we're going to get into that, just a little bit. We're going to get into that just a little bit, because I just want to get in the part today when Tisha stood on that platform and lied. and blame everything on Martell. That's really what I want to go ahead and talk about today. But I'm just doing a recap of just about everything, okay? But as you can see right here, by the title of the show, I think the title of the show, let me see what it is because they changed it so many times. It's called Arrest and Relaxation. I don't know what that means, but I went ahead and call it Foes to Fake Friends. And you know your enemies is your worst foes. So I went ahead and called it Foes to Fake Friends. Now, how your enemy is now your friends. Make it make sense. And this right here, I think this is season 9. I thought it was season 8. Also, Tanya has said that she changed it, but on business, it still says Hope. Absolutely. They can't change that name. The reason why they can't change that name because they still have unresolved business. Unresolved business. These people, according to some of the articles that's out there, and I'm gonna say allegedly, that these people have over 50 creditors that they still have to pay. And you can't put everything in bankruptcy, especially when it comes to the IRS. Like I say, these people chose to put their business out there. Also, Checking Boo said another thing. This is plenty of evidence of Tisha saying in scenes that Marcel has never cheated. Oh, and we got that. Trust me, I got that scene, honey. I have that. I have that clip where Tisha said that Marcel had never cheated. But yet, you know, now all of a sudden she just wants to go ahead like they do everything else. Just take it. Everything that Mel, she does, take it and throw it, you know, and cover it under the rug. Now, this girl sat there and made her life a living hell. Not only brought all this information where she got from YouTube, she even brought her cousin on the show. So we going somewhere with this. So is Martell the fault of that too, of bringing your cousin Kiki on the show? What part that Mel played in? If anybody, I would never forgive, and that's Melody, because Melody brought my cousin on that show and didn't even give her a chance. And like I said, guys, this channel is not for everybody. Trust me. Just give me a little time. Give me a little time. But I want to know how in the hell that Tisha can forgive, that she can forgive Melody when Melody brought her cousin on that show and threw her out like disposable garbage, let her cousin humiliate herself and her, threw water in her face. Did Martell bring Kiki in? Tisha, did Martell bring Kiki in just to see how Tisha was thrown out like disposable garbage? And Lord knows what made her depressed when she was already depressed. Like I say, hurt people hurt people. She knew that when Kiki came on that show, Kiki was dealing with some personal issues. You knew Kiki was dealing with some personal issues. That's why you didn't want Kiki on that show. But Melody allowed Kiki to come on through the back door, and nobody talked about that. And I hope on this season right here, the next week, that they talk about Kiki, and we don't want to just sit there and say some good things. Tell the truth. How you guys felt when it comes to Melody allowing your cousin to come on that show, knowing she had personal issues. I'm going somewhere, guys. I promise you, I'm going somewhere with this. Checking Boo said another thing, there is plenty of evidence of Tisha saying in scenes that Marcel has never cheated. If he had ever decided to divorce her, he has the ball in his favor. Marcel showed no confidence in her, not at all. And I'm gonna play that clip again, where it sounds like when they played one of those little old clips in the archives, where he called her a fool. We already know that he told her, play your role. All this man is looking for a woman he can come home, the house is clean, the kids is fed, and things are running for him. And outside, he can do anything that he wants to do. That's not a husband. And now he got you way back in the boondocks, on the bed of rocks or wherever it is. Nowhere. It's going to take hours and hours for people to come there. You better hope that there's peace over there, okay? Because sometimes people put you way back there. To me, building that house, that's too much money going down the drain. Because you got to break down all the foundation, put everything new in there. You know, nothing was done on those grounds, till those grounds. But that's another story by itself, okay? We're going to get into this right here because I just got to talk about this right here. She got to be something, TT. Checking Boo says, I believe Letitia and Marcel wants Martell to go to jail so badly, so they can have first seat of that show. The gag is Mel will never trust them, and if she can get them convicted, she will. Wicked. And the thing about it, you know, we already talked about all this right here. All Mel is trying to play her cards right, to get everybody on her side, to get Martell out, because we already know if Martell continues staying on, Ariane is going to come through that door. So I need to go ahead and use these fools to help me to get Martell out. And once you get Martell out, then they're going to go back after you. She gonna raise her heel back after you. And once you let that devil back in, we already know that devil gonna come back 7 times worse. Make it make sense. So let's go ahead and play some more.
No. Don't twist it. I'm not rooting for them. The things that we've gone through and the certain things that he said and done and the fakeness, the phoniness and all that kind of. No, I'm not rooting for that.
It's so funny, Carlos. I feel like Martell has a mirror up in front of him right now and saying everything that he actually done to us. From the very beginning, from season 1, sending stuff to bloggers, trying to damage our reputation.
Why are you saying it about me?
Trying to damage
Why are you saying it about me on the stage right now?
It was you.
I don't understand it. I don't understand. Somebody help me to make this make sense. Tisha, help me to make this make sense. How in the heck that Tisha can blame all that on Martell? What bloggers that Martell ever jumped on without they using it against him? Make it make sense. The only one that we saw jumping from channel to channel, from platform to platform, and that was Melody. Where did Tisha get this from? Where? And even if Martell and Melody had pillow talks and Martell fed Melody with all that, Melody has a mind of her own. That's between husband and wives, pillow talk. That's why I sit there and say when it came to these little still shots that Martell went ahead and sent to Melody, to me, it didn't mean a hill of beans, because we do things to each other. Spouses does that when we hurt. Sometimes we may not want to sit there and physically do anything, but we do things like that to hurt that person. So even if Melody came and told you all the stuff that I got about your marriage, I got it from Martell. But why didn't Melody go and run with it? And that's what Kimmy was calling Melody out for. And I'm going ahead of myself. When Melody stood at the reunion and told Kimmy, we are not that friends, pretty much, you older than me, because they like to use that, but yet Melody most likely, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there. But she sat there and she told Kimmy, you older. I don't hang with older people. But yet she went and she ran with the information to everybody that would listen. As she said, for Kiki. So just because Martell went and told Melody some personal stuff when it came to her husband, which most likely that's what she's talking about. Melody didn't have to go and tell every Tom, Dick, and Harry, everybody that will listen, feeding it to those bloggers. Was that for Kiki too when it comes to your marriage? Like I said, two wrongs don't make it right. If you're going to sit there and forgive Melody, why you don't forgive Martell? When Martell talked about the 20 women that Marcel had, he got convicted, where he came back and he apologized. And he also apologized to your children. Have Melody ever apologized openly to you? There's a scene where Martell apologized, but I don't see no scene out there where Melody ever apologized to you guys, but yet you riding hard. Tisha, if you need help, blink twice. Like I said, there is say, this got to be Marcel. Got this girl brainwashed, hoodwink, for her to come out to say something like that. When I saw that, I say, I got to come on. This does not make no sense at all. Let's play this again.
Like Martell has a mirror up in front of him right now and saying everything that he actually done to us. From the very beginning, from season 1, sending stuff to bloggers, trying to damage our reputation.
Why are you saying it about me?
Trying to damage
Why are you
us.
saying it about me on the stage right now?
It was you.
I
feeding
never
them
knew what a
information,
blogger
had them
was.
coming for us. It was always you.
Who? So you scared of Melody? Melody's
I'm
right
not
there.
afraid
You
of
scared of her.
anybody. I'm not afraid of
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And she's talking about she's not scared. Martell called out, you scared of Melody. All y'all was scared of Melody. Ain't nobody sat there and stood up to Melody but Miss Wanda. And when Miss Wanda stood up, they wanted to get rid of Miss Wanda. When Destiny stood up to her, they wanted to get rid of Destiny. Make it make sense. Tisha is scared of Melody. Always was scared of Melody. And Melody always looked at Tisha as the weakest link. Where she even told Tisha's husband that Tisha needs to be strong like me. Guys, don't get mad with the messenger. I hear it right now in the spirit. I can't believe D is saying this. They put it out there. I don't know these people from a can of paint. Stop me when I'm lying. Stop me when I'm lying. All the stuff that I am saying right now, I don't give a care. Stop me when I'm lying, because I stand for corrections. I just don't understand how Melody, just look how she's sitting there, just like checking boots, say, with that mop on her head, because it does not look good at all. But that's size of the point. What Tisha is doing right now is taking the burden off of her. Because what she's trying to do, like they said, if you can't beat them, we might as well join them. But if you think that you're trying to win over the millimeters, you got a thing coming, because that's all that's about. They know that they need these people on their side. That's how the flesh think them, because they really don't need these people. They're like a chihuahua with a loud mouth. That's all they are. And they think that they need these millimeters on their side so they can pick up where Melody and Martell had left off. And now they think this is how they're going to get that spot. If I got to get the spot off of a lie, I don't want it. I thought that when it came to Tisha and Marcel, I thought when it came to Tisha and Marcel, I thought that they were better than that. All they are trying to do, and you know when I tell you something, honey, you can take it to the bank. All this right here is trying to win over the millimeters. But it's sad when you are so afraid of melody, where you rather go ahead and side with the enemy, someone that you called your enemy, someone that you call a she-devil, a sheep in wolf's clothes, whatever she call her, a sheep in, what she call her? She call her enemy and a devil in sheep clothing. But now she's siding with the devil. Now she's playing on the playground with the devil. Like I said, much is given, much is required. And the cost is very severe. The cost is very severe. Now, this girl was your enemy. This girl made your life on that show a living hell. Had people coming up to your business, coming up to your house, stalking, harassing, doxing, talking about your mom. Now, all of a sudden, it's Martell. It's Martell. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Checking Boo says, even Tisha was crying into Maurice in a scene about Marcel calling her stupid. Behind the scene at a reunion. So Tisha has no room to say Martell is disrespectful. Her husband has disrespected her on all occasions. On all occasions. Even Tisha say, you never have my back. Make it make sense. No, they're not credible. T. Jones said, yep, never thought of that. Tisha went to Mel, wanting her to help her with business. Tisha told Mel, Marcel discounted her degree. She said she wanted to get out, and now she's flip-flopping again. Make it make sense. Absolutely. Flip-flop. When I heard Tisha said that, I said, I got to come on today. I mean, God, Tisha. Girl, I can't help you with this one right here. It's enough that you went on Callers platform and called Martell gay. Wow. Are you trying to be the villain? I think Tisha trying to be the villain. He treat her worse than a puppet. He treat her worse than a puppet. He treats Tisha like a doormat, like a mammy, like a maid. Yeah, I said it. Because they put their life out there for the whole entire world to pick it apart. Like I said, I stand on my truth. And who don't like it, hey, ain't nobody telling you to come over here. Because I stand on my truth. He treats her like a mammy, a maid. He didn't even know when his own child was going to take pictures. Or call me when he take pictures. You should have known. He don't even want to babysit his own children. You don't babysit your own children. Because that's your children too. He already told her, I don't babysit. How the hell you babysit your own children? Wow, make it make sense. I promise you, if this man ever come up, if he ever come up with enough money, he walking away. He gonna walk away. He's only there for the ride, for the come up. I wouldn't want no man to come up off of me. Yes, I said it because I feel it in the spirit, and I rebuke those spirits right now. They mad as hell. They mad as hell, but I can sleep at night. But I feel those spirits. They mad as hell. They no worse than the millimeters. Yeah, you come for me, demons. Come for me again. Tisha, your new name is a mammy. You are mad until you wake the hell up. Melody was right when she sat there and said Tisha need to be strong, which Melody is not strong at all either. But she needed someone to sit there and sync with her. Because it's like, just like we said earlier, pot meets kettle. They both drowning. Both don't have no sense. Because Melody stayed in her marriage for almost half of the marriage with another woman. So I can't sit there and lie to you and say Melody's strong too. They both weak. They both weak. It's sad. And we watching this mess. And that's why I say I tear down every chance that I get. And who don't like it, oh well. Checking Boots, I believe Marcel viewed Letitia as it is a cheaper to keep her. He said it. He said it. And this is not alleged. He said it. When it was outside with the boys, the women was inside. If I'm not mistaken, it was that same scene when Melody had said she had some receipts and Tisha up there arguing. He said, I'm going to stay in my marriage. I'm not getting out that marriage. It's cheaper to keep her. He said it. And when those kids are grown, will Marcel still choose to stay with Tisha? He does not act like he's in love with her. When the children's gone, he's going to be even worse. And when he get that door completely open, he going to sit there, pay her dust, going to treat her like a dog. Like I said, Tisha, blink twice if you need us. And I know that all this right here, all is alleged for entertainment purpose only. It's sad to say it, but hey, they chose this life. They chose to put this life on display. I can't believe it. This girl siding with the enemy and blaming it all on Martell. Tisha, because I know Miss Wanda watching. And like I said, I don't have a dog in this fight. But I wonder, do Tisha blame Martell for Kiki coming on that show? Let me say it again. I wonder if Tisha blamed Martell for Kiki coming on that show just to be humiliated and throw it out. Melanie brought Kiki on that show to go through your marriage, to bring up your marriage, so she can get the information of Marcel's cheating. And she brought in your cousin. Is Martell to blame for that? Wow. Wow. I don't believe the meters would never support Marcel and Letitia. Even some of the people who supported Marcel and Letitia are no longer supporting them. If this the way that they thought that they was going to win over the fans to get that number one spot, you guys might as well have shut it down. You might as well go ahead and shut it down. Hey, Miss Lovely Essence, she says the devil is a blue. I'll be glad when her gang wake up. I believe those folks are so much gone, they turn on God to defend Mel. She got her hook in them. Come to the light, Caroline. Free yourself. Come to the light, Caroline. Wow. Come to the light. Because, honey, even Tisha said, you got a dark soul. But Tisha wants to go in that darkness with you. She wants to go on that playground with you. And I promise you, ain't no good is going to come out that. Because if I got to get my house built up by playing on the devil's playground, I sit there and let him have it. I'd rather sit there and eat grits and eggs all day than a steak and potatoes on a plate. Because ain't no good is going to come out of that. Checky Your Boo says, I am so glad that Stormy saw straight through Marcel and Tisha BS. Absolutely. 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 And I was mad with Stormy when Stormy had called him a B, which I was mad because I don't like nobody to emasculate a man anyway. But this one right here, honey, you got to check those breasts, honey. Them breasts too big. Well, we got to watch you, because anybody can hide behind some clothes these days. Shoot, we got to keep our eye on anybody. They can fake it. What you call it, shapeshifters. With them big breasts hanging down, shapeshifters. When Stormy called him a B. Wow. But like I say, these people are close to him. They know exactly what's going on. But I can't believe that Marcel is putting his wife out like that. Make it make sense. And Tisha got 2 masters and 1 bachelor's. Like I said, but she's not street smart at all. Girl, you are not street smart at all. Checking Your Boo says, I am so glad. Hey, Janice. Janice Stark says, Lady D, you are the real true tellers. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I give God the glory because I am sold out for him. Because we already know people, they would rather hear a lie than the truth. Because a lie makes them feel good. But it's only a temporary fix, a temporary painkiller. But the truth is like open heart surgery. Nobody wants their heart open. Everybody wants their ears to be tickled. Everybody wants to bite off of this lie. Thank you very much, Janice. Thank you very much. Janice says, you are the real true tellers. I give you the glory. And I pray that we can elevate from this show. It's time for us to walk away from this, guys. I'm telling you, it's time for us to walk away from this. Because we done already exposed them anyway. We already done pulled the sheet from off them anyway. Checking Boo says, Martell is not to blame for anything about the late Kiki, even though, oh my God, I know nobody didn't. I know nobody is not deleting the videos. Hold on, okay, yeah. Let me read it again. Sorry, I thought someone deleted it. Martell is not to blame for anything about the late Kiki, even though Martell support his ex-wife when she accuses Wanda of talking about their kids. Martell was still kind to Miss Wanda, said her food was good. Absolutely. I played that clip yesterday, and I'm going to play the rest of it. Martell and Miss Wanda was talking at that event. And Melody, you could see that she was upset because she didn't want Martell to communicate with Miss Wanda. Because she wanted to have her moment. The she-devil, what Tisha called her the she-devil, the enemy, but now she's siding with her. Tisha keeps showing she has a dark soul, so she is that pot with Mel. Absolutely. Both swimming in the same pool. Absolutely. Melody leaving that marriage now, the show is the best thing for her and her children. Absolutely, Letty. Hit the road, Jack. And Letty, me and her bump heads all the time, okay? But like I said, I'm team right. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all. I call it like it is. I didn't like when Stormy called Marcel a B. Absolutely, I didn't either. But like I said, honey, this right here, he may not be a B, but this a B move. Like they used to say P. Diddy, they used to call a B move. Y'all know what I'm talking about. degree people gets during this era doesn't carry the marriage. Absolutely. I see it now. Trust me. Due to watered down versions, I am proven and have way more degrees than Tisha and never had bragged. Absolutely. 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 My God. These days, honey, these degrees don't mean a hill of beans, especially when you cannot put it in good use. Got yourself looking like a fool on a reality show. Take those degrees, get off of this reality show, and you and your husband go and do what y'all need to do. Do y'all need to do it with the cameras? If y'all did it without the cameras for 8 years, because the cameras was never even on you and your business. The cameras was on Martell and Melody's infidelity. So you might as well go ahead and quit this show and go and focus on what you guys got going. Because I promise you, if you think that this is the way that you guys going to come up, I promise you it would never happen. And you know, when I say something, you can take it to the bank, okay? This would never happen. Letty says, call us nerds to do better at protecting Black women he worked with. Also, Checking Boo say, having a degree, let me make sure I raise it up so I can see. Having a degree, but having no proven work or explanatory portfolio is worth nothing. It's not hard to get a degree today. People don't have to be smart and intelligent to get degrees in that era. Absolutely. Because I have a whole bunch of was working for me, social workers, LPNs, RNs, and everything else, and wanted to tell me how to run my business, but they couldn't even run their own business. Make it make sense. Stormy saw right through it. Absolutely. And that's why I said there, and I was praying for Stormy, and God sent her mom in my chat. And I told Stormy, get what you got to get and you go. Don't look back. And Stormy, honey, she sat there and she paid them dust, got what she needed to get, and she left. Stormy left. Janice said he was acting like one. Yeah, he was acting like one. Talking about Marcel. Boom, having a degree that can be placed on a wall is different from a body of applianceable work, making a huge difference in humanity. Absolutely. Carlos almost hopped out of his seat with excitement when Kimmy checked Melody. Yep, let's play that part. We finna play that one right there. I just had to talk about this one right quick. Carlos almost hopped out of his seat with excitement when Kimmy checked Melody. He'd been waiting on someone to do it for him. Absolutely. That's why I sat there and say, just because she's quiet, that don't mean that, hey, she's timid. You know, like I say, sometimes, you know, it's best to just sit there and just be quiet. You could do more damage just being quiet, because sooner or later, they're going to hang themselves. They're going to hang themselves. You don't have to be loud. Absolutely. Yep. 36 likes and 58 watching. And I bet you them the ones that didn't hit like, those Bush babies, I bet you their ears are bleeding. Oh, they are mad. I felt it in the spirit. They are mad. They mad because everybody wants you to jump on the bandwagon with them. Honey, I don't jump on nobody's bandwagon. I'm going to call it like it is. I don't know these people. And even if I did know them, I'm going to stand on my truth. That's just like with my children. It's things I don't like. They get mad, but they always come back and say, Mama, you was, you know, the way that you interpreted it, the way that you put it, you know, yeah, it did hurt, but I know it meant for my good. So this is surgery. Just say this right here is surgery. So let's go ahead and continue, guys.
At her because you know who it was. Y'all know who it was.
Yeah, I do know you.
Moments with your spouse, yes, it is out of order. And this is not the first time that he has done that. So this time I just took action.
So let's go ahead and stop it right here. I'm gonna just show you a little bit. I'm not getting into all Martell, because Martell, man, like I said there and say, you need to just hire you a publicist. Whoever you got, if you do have one, you need to go ahead and fire him and Call me. Let me be your life coach. I would have gave you a nice little package for that reunion. Look how Melody wants to be all prime and proper, and talking about the RP. And just look at this demon right here. He's helping her. But want me to tell you what I would have done? This is how I would have done for this reunion right here, because they was going to bring up the RP. And we already know that came through bloggers, right? Because of this blogger that had recorded a phone call with Ariane. We know that's how the RP came about. And with as Martell would talk about the stripper that was Tisha's hairstylist. But none of that stuff, was, on that show. But they brought it on the show, this season right here. So I would say, okay, that's how you guys want to play. This was not, none of these people are not a cast on this show. All this right here coming from off of YouTube. Listen to me, you lazy producers, according to Martell. Not Martell, Marcel. Make sure I get that name right, Marcel. This is how I would have sat there and I would have gave Martell a package. I would have said, let's go ahead and let's show this right here. Let's show this right here. This is the package that I would have gave. Hold on one second. I got time today, honey. Let me show you. This is what I would have played. I would have played this one right here. Well, that's not the one I would have played. Okay, y'all know which one I would have played. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it. Hold on one second. I know it's somewhere in here. Well, I can't find it. But the one that I would have played the one that I played all the time, where she threw a glass. I would have played the one she threw a glass at the Fletcher's house. I would have threw when she had the torch and the lighter fluid. I would put that in a nice package. If y'all want to pull something off of YouTube. But like I had told you guys, what I had told you guys before, now I'm hearing it right now. Like I said, when I tell you something, you could take it to the bank. All they were waiting for Martell to go to court in Fairwear, and Tasha K gonna most likely, I'm gonna say allegedly, she gonna release all the other videos. It's more videos. And I'm gonna say allegedly, all this right here is allegedly. More videos that Martell had of Melody and her tantrum. But let's go ahead and play some more.
Let's see. Where's the video? You said me putting the video out.
Well, there was a warrant out for your arrest. You did get arrested.
For
harassing communication.
Harassing communication.
It was a key moment.
So let's go ahead and finish talking about this. Like I said, I'm not going to get into Martell explaining himself, but also you heard that when it comes to Marcel was gaslighting, talking about it was a RP. They went back and forth. Did you see it? Martell was saying, prove it. It's no RP. It was a still picture that Martell sent to his wife. Was he wrong, right with doing that? No, he was wrong. But still of all, like I say, he was sending it to his wife and telling his wife to leave me, it alone. I'm pretty much sure that Melody sent him back and forth. They send nasty stuff back and forth, but she just felt the need to go ahead and try to use that against him because she didn't want it Ariane on that show. So that's why she went ahead and she pulled that stunt. But while she was pulling that stunt, I would have sat there and I would have had the producers to pull out a package of how she threw a glass at my head. That's assault. How she took lighter fluid and a torch to try to set me on fire. That's first-degree arson. First-degree attempted M. Okay? So let's go ahead and play some more of this.
Let's see. Where's the video? You said me putting the video out.
Well, there was a warrant out for your arrest. You did get arrested.
For
harassing communication.
Harassing communication.
And look, he's saying harassing communication. I'm talking about Marcel. You heard Marcel under his breath talking about harassment and communication. Why are you fighting so hard for Melody? Why are you fighting so hard for Melody? Make it make sense. Let me read some of the comments. Now Country Girl says that now that Mel is no longer on that show, does that mean Ariane is coming next season? Like Martell said. What did Martell say? Tell my story or just go ahead and fire me. And he need someone that's got his back on that show because he's making himself look like a fool on this show. Because it doesn't add up of what he's saying. It's like he got to be a puppet, follow wherever they are. Start doing your own thing. We want to see what you're doing. We don't need you to go to everybody else's event. If it's somebody that you want to bring on, we want to see what you guys doing together. Not how you guys doing as an ensemble cast. Show them that you can do something without them, especially when it comes to Marcel. So if he's with Ariane, show us he's with Ariane. Like I said there and say, you never win when you play dirty. These people sit there and they try to put their foot on this man's neck. They monetized off of this man and still trying to monetize off of him. But I do not think that when it comes to the Scotts, that they can hold this show without Martell. And that's real talk. Also, they was laughing at Martell when he said he wished Marcel and Letitia the best, but won't be cheering for them. In other words, the Scotts are not on his mind, but he has no ill will about nobody. Absolutely. And they act like they didn't understand what he was saying. I understand quite well what he was saying. He don't give a no what, whether they make it or not. All the hell that, we going through, that's what he meant. Mo Money says, please bring her on. That's why Mel leaving. Mel is oppressed. She still loves Martell. She's not over him. Absolutely. And the thing what she really loves, she loved the money. She loved the money. He was the cow that kept giving, the cash cow that kept pumping money in her bank account. And that's what she really loved. And that's why, like I said, that's a temporary fix. Mel has a dark soul, like Tisha said. Absolutely. Now Tisha wants to follow behind the dark soul so she can be swallowed up as well. And most likely, the only one that's going to go out there and do some stupid stuff, and who that's going to be, it's going to be Marcel. Like I said, and I've been saying this for a long, long time. And you guys know I've been saying this for a long time. Nobody can tear down Tisha and Marcel's house but them. Didn't I been telling you guys for a long, long time? Melody, Martell, none of these millimeters cannot tear down Tisha and Marcel's house. The only ones that can tear it down is them. And we seen right now, they are doing a good job of trying to tear down their own house, stuff that they built. I hate when I see my people build something up and allow their foolish ways to tear it down. Make it make sense. Like Caller said, the Scotts are gaslighting. Absolutely. Read the text and tell me what you notice. I don't know what text. I don't know what text Tanya is talking about. More money. Everybody is a Kiki moment when she says something, but no one else can have a Kiki moment. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and continue playing, guys.
It was a Kiki moment. I anticipate Kiki moments. I take them on the chin, but when I give them back, then it's a problem. Then it's a problem.
whole popular social media about whatever you did to your ass. And we didn't sit down every day and talk about whatever bad butt job you got. Nobody talked about that. You said something about me touching Martell. You need to come to meetings with me and Martell. And I sat there and I'm...
So let's go ahead and stop right here. Let's talk about that, how she was trying to get all of them on her side. When she wanted to have a meeting to talk about Martell, because she didn't want Martell back on that show. And the only reason why she didn't want Martell back on that show is because she knew that Martell was going to bring Ariane on. So she needed to go ahead and form an alliance. Just like I said, and everybody was on board, most likely. Well, we know for sure Marcel and Tisha was on board. But when it comes to Kimmy, hey, Kimmy, she got a mind of her own. And just because they didn't come on board and Martell is still on that show, Martell was not going to leave. I knew Martell was not going to leave off that show when they had set a chair for everybody at that table when Nell and Chris had renewed their vows. When I saw Martell went ahead and got a chair and put it at that table, I say right there, Martell is not going nowhere. He showed you all that he was not going nowhere. And who you saw got up? Melody. Because Martell said there and said, why the hell I'm going to get up off a show that I built, a show that I opened the door for. So he ain't going nowhere. But what they was trying to do right there, they was trying to form an alliance.
Like, all right, bitch, I got you. You know I don't want to touch that man.
And you heard what she was down for it. They had her going. She was down for it. They was all going to go ahead and vote Martell out because it's an ensemble cast. They was going to vote him out. But then Tisha probably said, Kimmy probably sit there and say, shoot, this girl is no better than the rest. We go ahead and we get Martell out. Then what she's going to do, just still be her same self. You can paint the stripes off a zebra, but it's still gonna be the same thing. A snake sheds, but it's still gonna be a snake, and that's real talk. T. Jones says, "I hope they bring Ariane on. That's going to take the show to another level." Absolutely. We've been talking about it from day one. We've been talking about it from day one when it came to Ariane. And they tried their best to keep her off because they know whether they were ready or not, she was going to be on that show because they made her a part of that show. Melody did. Melody went to social media, according to what Martell said, and put all the information out about the side chick. Nobody knew of her until Melody put it out. And that's when everybody started looking up her. And made her a name, a household name. So why she shouldn't be on that show? Like I said, you never win when you play dirty, and that's real talk. Checking Your Boo says Martell sending a picture to his wife is not illegal. Absolutely. That was not illegal at all. And that's why they're going to go ahead and throw it out that court. I told you, that is not illegal. If they took pictures, I could send pictures back to my husband. That's my spouse. Now, if I would have took the picture and sent it to somebody else, then yes, that's illegal. But we made those pictures together. That was consensual. So if I send it back to you, you can't use it against me. So that's going to be thrown out. Like I told you in February, these people are going to court to learn how to be co-parents, and they need the white man to sit there and teach them how. That's sad, huh? Let me read it again. Martell sending a picture to his wife is not illegal. His texts do not prove harassment. Have these folks heard about heat of passion? Martell was fed up with his wife. And fans, Marcel trying to destroy him. Marcel is trying. But Marcel, I promise you, you never, and I'm not going to say never, but I don't think the way that you're going about it, you will ever be the fans' favorite. And that's real talk. Tanya said, I agree, Checking Your Boo, but yesterday was the first time I ever heard of it. So let me go ahead and continue, guys.
Wasn't really that deep for me, Kimmy. It was a Kiki moment.
My point is, I anticipate Kiki moments. I take them on the chin, but when I give them back, then it's a problem. When you decide that it's reasonable for you to talk about whatever it was you heard, it's okay. But when we talk about what we heard, then we're in trouble. We're in trouble
with who?
and we gotta have a meeting with Mel.
In trouble with who? Like I said, there is say she cannot talk about Martell, and Martell cannot talk about her because they both what and what. Now she gonna sit on that platform and she gonna try to play dumb. Talking about with who? With you. That's who. Tisha sat there and said when they talk about Mel or hear anything about Mel, Mel wants to play the victim. She wants to go and she wants to make videos and tell her fans how the cast is treating her wrong. But yet, when she get a little information, what she wants to do? It wants to be a Kiki moment. Make it make sense. You can't have your way. This ain't Burger King.
That's not true. How could it have been a situation?
There's a gathering session at least once a year.
You gotta have a gathering
But
session.
why did I say
And I bet you she was upset because you know her pride is so, you know she don't like her pride to be hurt. You know she don't like her pride to be hurt. And when they all laughed at her, I bet you said, I quit. I quit. They laughing at me. I quit. That's probably why she was upset. Because she's the type of person that nobody can call her out because she don't take accountability. Because she's just like we said, according to these reality shows, Melody is also a narcissist.
Sit there, we open our hearts and we apologize and we do everything else that we're supposed to do. So then when we want to have a conversation, most of my conversation in that moment was, no, I don't want to talk about that.
And
You didn't want to talk about it? I don't want.
Let's go ahead and look at Martell. And I'm going to shut it down right here because I'm going to save this for tomorrow. Look, not Martell. Let's see Carlos King. Carlos King is loving it. And I bet you when she sat there and she had that playback, she probably said, I quit. Because if I'm not mistaken, Tasha K said that she had quit it in December. And now we in February right now. I know Carlos King knew that she was quitting. But Carlos King probably said there, say she knows she's not quitting. I don't even think she was quitting. He probably was calling a bluff. And I still call her bluff. Her feelings got hurt. Tell her true and shame the devil. Her feelings got hurt. Let's play this part again.
Then we're in trouble. We're in trouble
with who?
and we got to have a meeting with Mel.
No. That's not true. How could it have been a situation?
There's a gathering session at least once a year.
You want to have a gathering
But
session.
why did I say it
sit
at
there,
first?
we open our hearts and we apologize and we do everything else that we're supposed to do. So then when we want to have a conversation, most of my conversation in that moment was, no, I don't want to talk about that.
And
you didn't want to talk about it? I don't want to talk about that.
And guess
I just
why?
want to talk about it no more.
Eventually, let's rewind it. At first, the reason why.
Oh my God, Carlos was eating it up. Carlos loved that moment. I love that moment. I mean, Kimmy read her to the filth. Read Melody to the filth. And I loved every bit of it. And I'm gonna close it off right here. I'm gonna stick a pin right here. I'm gonna read some more of the comments. But I loved it because this is what I want to go ahead and talk about tomorrow. If God's will, I want to talk about this tomorrow. When it came to Kimmy reading her to the filth, I want to make a video just come on live just to talk about that. Wow, I loved it. I loved it. I love it, Kimmy. Like I said, honey, don't sit there and look over ones that don't say too much because I promise you they are even deadly. And we saw that right there. They were deadly, honey. That was awesome. That was awesome, guys. So let me go ahead and read some more comments. Checking Boo said Martell needs to understand a lot of snakes are trying to set him up. They been was trying to set him up from day one because they was jealous. They wanted to make him the face of a cheater. And they rode off of that because, like I said, his money, every time when you talk about Martell, it was putting money in their pockets. So be nice, say less, and get away from all the snakes quick as possible. Smile at them and keep moving. And that's why I told you guys. And remember, you heard it from here first. I've been saying it. I'm gonna start pulling up these old clips because sometimes you got to go back into the archive. If I was Martell, I would ask for a spinoff. Let's see if the Scots can hold that show by themselves. I would love to see them all together, but the way that they moving, honey, I wouldn't even try to help them, especially when it comes to Marceau. Not too much of Maurice. You don't see Maurice saying too much, but when it comes to Marceau forgetting where he came from. He forget the hand that fed him, opened doors for him. Now all of a sudden he think he did it all on his own merits. Dude, you didn't do it on your own merits. You right. Kimmy ate her up, and I loved it. I loved it. Yes, indeed. I loved it so much where I got a toothache. Chicken Boo say they need to thank Martell for that paycheck. Absolutely. He has his ex have been their storyline since season 1. And then what they was doing, they was riding off it. Because the whole season until we got tired of it and said enough is enough. It was all about Martell and Melody's infidelity. That's what it was all about. Chicken Boo say, be clear, Letitia and Marcia can carry a show. Their best is to support. Be clear, Letitia and Marcia can't. Oh, she said can't. Okay. Be clear, Letitia and Marcia can't carry a show. Their best is support cast, maybe. Absolutely. So, like I said, if I was Ariane and Martell, I would go ahead and get me a spinoff. Pick up where Melody and Martell left off when they wanted to do that home preservation. Because we already know that they got some footage already out there where Ariane and Martell, was, cleaning up, and building some homes and stuff like that. So I think that's what they need to go ahead and get a spinoff. And I'm pretty sure that Carlos King is not going to drop the ball. I think Carlos King is going to go ahead and give him a spinoff. I truly believe. At the end, I hope at the end of this reunion that Ariane walk on that platform. I really think that's how it should be. And after she walk on that platform, they go straight into a spinoff. That's how I hope that they do. So, guys, I think I read just about almost all y'all comments. Well, Martell, yes, I think I read just about all the comments. Let me see where I'm at. Chicken Boo says, folks need to stop saying people are trying to destroy the Scots marriage. Only the husband/wives can destroy their marriage. Absolutely. So when Scots get gossiping about the hosts, what were they doing? Absolutely. What were they doing? So like I said there, the only ones that can tear down their household, and that's them themselves. Also, Carlos King respond to people holding grudges. He ain't talking about Martell because Martell doesn't hold grudges. The guy is super kind and forgiving. Absolutely. But I just hope, guys, that, when it comes to Martell, that Martell will give me a chance and come on my platform. Because we already know when he went on Queen Desperat's platform, how they took everything that he said and they went ahead and twisted. It may look like I have a small platform, but I promise you, honey, it makes a huge impact. And the reason why it makes a huge impact, because I stand on my truth. I'm not a type of person that going to go wherever the wind is blowing. I stand right here and I stay in my lane. So I just hope that Martell go ahead, and give me an opportunity to come on my platform. And I also would love to sit there, and be their life coach. Because I know exactly how to, to get out of this right here, because I've been through it. If I was Martell at that reunion right there, I would have had a nice little package. A nice little package when Melody was sitting there trying to light that entire place on fire, the house on fire. And the thing about it, she made a song. He should have talked about that. She made a reaction song of committing a crime and wondering why that song didn't go nowhere. Make it make sense. So, guys, on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. Checking Boo said Martell came on Lady D for an interview. You get the word out. Absolutely, guys. So make sure you go ahead and share these videos for more unapologetic content and try to see if you can get it to him. Because, you know, I've been calling it out from day one. I've been calling it out from day one. But when it comes to these type of people, you got to play them at their own game. Martell knew that Melody and Marcel was going to pull out that RP. So when Melody pulled out that RP, I would have pulled out those receipts that he gave to Tasha K. That's what I would have done. Chicken Boo say exactly. I guess you are an Ariane. Oh my God. Like I said, let me answer this right here. I guess you are an Ariane all your life. Granny, grandma, hope your kids and granddaughter marry. Look, let me tell you something, honey. Let me read this right here. Let me read this right here. So this come from Buzzy J, a troll, okay? A Busy J. I'm going to go ahead and pin it up. I guess you are an Ariane or your life grandma, hope your kids and grandbabies marry a Martell. So I wish they marry a Martell because Martell is a good man. I would love to see my children, my grandchildren marry a Martell because Martell is a good man. So how you like that, okay? He's a good man. It's just that he was sleeping on the side of the devil, okay? Also, sending a screenshot of your wife private moments threatened is illegal, ma'am. Go back to school, educate your kids. Honey, my kids are very, very successful. Very, very successful. Came straight out of high school and into the military and doing very, very successful. Very successful. Okay? You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. And you worrying about private pictures. You worrying about the pictures. Why you don't worry about when Melody was trying to sit there and set this man on fire? Why you ain't worrying about that, huh? You can't pick and choose, honey. You can't pick and choose. So miss me with the BS. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull this out right here. And like I said, honey, my kids are very successful and all three of them is married, okay? Let me play this for you. How you like this? If you want to worry about the RT, let's talk about this right here.
Do this shit.
So how you explain that, Busy J? Let's explain that. Don't you know that is a first degree attempted M? First degree arsonate? So you guys worrying about Martell sending his wife a still picture of the two of them together? I would rather any day for my spouse to send me out of madness a still picture of him and I having an intimate moment than this woman go into this man's house just because she felt like she was short of money and she wanted to light this man's house on fire. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So if you want to go there, you want to talk about what this man did. What about when she went and tried to light this man's house on fire? Could have unalive herself, unalive him, and even if those children was in the garage, could unalive the children as well. That's the package that I would have went ahead and I would have presented at that reunion. So before you out there sitting there want to talk about the RP, Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. But I promise you guys, you're not going to talk about that. You guys not going to talk about that. Because y'all have pickers and choosers.
Doorstep. One thing I know for sure, you can fool people, you can fool the world, but you can't fool God. And karma is the one that's going to be knocking on your doorstep, haunting you.
Stop being the victim all the time.
Ooh,
it gets on my nerves.
So I'm playing the victim.
I wish one day people would see the person that you really are. You throw all the damn stones and hide your hands and be the victim.
I'm tired of hearing you saying that. Know that. I'm tired of hearing you say that. I heard it. It was being talked about. All about Tisha and more so.
But one thing I know for sure.
Okay, Tisha. Oh, yo, I don't own it. Because I can own it. Where's your proof? I don't lie. Where's your proof? I don't care. And that's okay. And that's okay, girl. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Prove to me. Go to YouTube.
So need I say any more? Need I say any more? So when it comes to you and you trying to talk about my education and calling me elder, first of all, honey, I'm eating off the fruit of my label. I'm eating off the fruit of my label, okay? Everything. And I don't even have to brag because I don't brag of who I am, okay? So you don't know my life and you don't know me. So it does not even make no sense for me even getting into all that. And when it comes to that girl, come on, I'm not even going to go that way with you. Talking about, oh, it's Melody's house that she can go ahead and lit it on fire. Tell that to the insurance company. Tell that to the police. Tell that to the police. You can't go around and saying just because you mad that you can set the house on fire, make it make sense. So I'm not even going to get into that. I'm not going to get in that at all. And also when it comes to you, Busy J, if you don't like what's in here, get the heck out of here. Get the heck out of here. Get the heck out of here if you don't like what's going on in here. And when you're telling me to repent, you need to repent as well because I'm standing on my truth. And you are in my house. And if you don't like what I'm saying in here, then you get the heck out of it. And that's real talk. That's real talk. So Busy J says that he stole her money. You're supposed to advise women not to bash them. He stole her money. So just because Martell stole her money, how the hell Martell can steal money when these two was married? So you need to go and educate yourself because the last time when I heard the same stuff that you did, which I got the clip, that it was out of their account. So if he took the money out of their account, it was his money as well. But nowhere in the world that I will go inside and try to light an entire house on fire over $17,000. But Martell already had said that Melody had took $150,000. Nobody is talking about that out of their personal account. Melody took $150,000. And Martell didn't go out there and act aggressive and violence. He tapped on the door. I got the video clip. Do I need to pull up the video clip? But I'm not. I'm about to leave. He tapped on the window. And I don't even think he tapped on the window. Oh, he said, Mel, you took $150,000. Mel just drove out of the parking lot where she was, and she left. He said, "What about the $150,000? Did he try to light it up? No." But I promise you guys, y'all gonna see a whole different side. Y'all gonna see a whole different side. Y'all gonna wake the hell up when Tasha K started releasing all those clips. Because I'm pretty sure that Martell had a lot of clips, a lot of video, a lot of footage of all the stuff that Tasmania devil did. And that's real talk. What proof do you want me to play, that girl? Because you're not a critical thinker. You don't think logic at all. So what clip are you talking about? Because I don't have a dog in this fight, okay? Yep, her kids was in the car. How was she going to unalive them? Because she played with fire. You remember what when Left Eye went inside of this guy's house and threw some tennis shoes in the tub? Found out the tub was fiberglass and the entire house explode. You don't play with fire. You don't play with fire. And if I'm not mistaken, Martell still can go and file charges on that, because I don't think the statute of limitation had ran out. I think it's like 5 to 10 years, and the 10 years is not up. Well, if the kids were not in the house, they say the kids was in the car, and I'm gonna say allegedly in the garage, but still of all, that whole entire house could have exploded. Absolutely. Yep, that whole house had explode. I'm gonna make a nice little package with that. That's with Left Eye, where she had said she didn't think that the entire house was gonna explode. She thought she was just gonna go ahead and light up all his tennis shoes in a tub, and that was it. But she didn't know that the entire house was gonna explode. Well, like I said there and say, it's time for us to get over that. And if he did kept the beds in there at the house, the reason why most likely he kept the beds at his house, because he know that she was in and out of hotels so she can get her peace. So might as well to keep the kids at the house. The man wanted to make sure that the children was in their beds, not with 14 or 20 babysitters, or in the car while she's going to get pampered, according to what Martell put out. A total stranger had to knock on the window. You left your kids in the car. You know? So I'm done. Y'all ain't gonna work me unless y'all gonna cash out me, honey. Y'all definitely not gonna work me. So I'm finna go. I stayed on here 2 hours. So Chicken Boo said, good point. Unapologetic real talk. What Martell X did with that lighter fluid could have been a severe case as the late Left Eye. Yeah, I'm gonna make a package of that, because see, we live in a show me state. These people we have to show them. I don't have a dog in this fight. We live in a show me state. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make up a nice little package with Left Eye when she said that she didn't think that entire house was gonna explode. The whole house was gonna explode. You know, you don't play with fire. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So guys, look, I am done. Thank you, country girl. Thank you guys that came in, made it this live another good live, because man, 2 hours. I've been on here for 2 hours. Chicken Boo says, thank you all. Cash App hashtag $ Real Talk 985. And that girl, I don't know why that girl keep following me. If you don't like the way that I deliver my content. If I don't like somebody, that, I promise you, I'm not even going to follow that person. If I don't like it, I promise you, I would never follow that person. So this is for you. This is for you, that girl, and Busy J, whatever your name is. I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Thank you guys for coming in, okay? And you all be blessed and enjoy the rest of your day.
Do it all.